The Yamaha clamps are so low that you have to add a spacer underneath there. So right now we're sticking the 2 washers in it. Take the stop triple clamps off, and then I prefer we loosen our spanner nut so we have freer movement, less friction, and then we add more damping. Remove the clip. It will need to be bent when you put the mounting plate on. Alright, so we're going to need to flex this open in order to get it on here because there is recess and it nests in there really nicely. So we're going to come down here, slide this under here, and gotta there we go, and you can see it really nests nicely. Now we're going to put this button head screw instead of the stock screw in here. Okay. So we will tighten that up. Okay. Now we put clamping screws in. You're going to need to snug these up a little, and you got to work them back and forth. Right, so we will torque those after. You need a little bit of force in order to get the pivot dog in there to spread these out. So we torque these to about 9 Newton meters so that we can get this to slide in. You can see it slides in really nicely now. And then we can get this screw in, and then we also will torque this to 9 Newton meters. It's okay if this is a little stiff because it's barely going to move once we put it on. Now we're going to put our triple clamp back on. The nut on, and of course torque everything to spec. Now we can put the stabilizer on, and you just drop the pin into the pivot dog, put your clamp on, and then screw these down, and then we're going to torque them to 5 Newton meters. But before we torque these to 5 Newton meters, make sure our gaps are even, and you can see you can rotate it. Now, if I have the stabilizer parallel here, you're not going to be able to hit your stops. But when we rotate it and bring those intersection points correct, when you rotate the bars, you will get very little motion on your pivot dog. It should just move forward just slightly, just a few millimeters, right? So now I can even go a little further. You don't want it to bottom out. And you can see as it pivots and rotates, it should move forward just slightly. And then when you have it right, you can torque to your 5 Newton meters and make sure that you're hitting the bike stops and not using your stabilizer as your stop. By rotating the stabilizer, you can bring the center line of the stabilizer and the center line of the steering stem of the bike to intersect at 90 degrees from the ball. So again, double check that you can hit your stops. Make sure you can hit both of them, left and right, and we can. Then we can reattach our cable holder here. So now we have it on, we've torqued everything, we've put everything back together. Now you have low and high speed adjustment. So this is your low speed adjustment, and as you can see, if you take it up, it gets stiff. And then you have your high speed adjustment. High speed adjustment, you adjust with the screwdriver right up the center, just a flat blade screwdriver. You should have, it also has a click to it. We're going to start in the middle and go from there. So the high speed adjuster is right up the center with this flat blade. I like to adjust it so that I can turn the bars as fast as I can without the high speed hitting. Now, low speed will affect high speed. So you can set it to 2 or 3 or even 4 clicks firmer than you would normally run it. Set your high speed, move the bars as fast as you can, and you should just start to feel the high speed clicking in. Then when you back off your low speed, you should be able to turn your bars as quick as you can, but yet when you hit something that yanks the bars on you, your high speed will kick in and stop the bars from turning too quickly.